What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm well.
Benjamin, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Ben, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Gabrielle.
Dave.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
Alex.
Nice to meet you, Alex.
So you had one of the highlights Saturday. Have you ever had a 61-yard punt before?
I have a couple times. Got a bit lucky on that one. Definitely wasn't like a true 61-yarder, as I'd like to call it. But yeah, I got lucky. But that's kind of the nature of the game, and the ball bounced my way there. So yeah, pretty happy with that. But yeah, gotta take it one punt at a time. So yeah.
Do you know Wade Lees at all? He was another Australian punter who was here.
I knew of Wade. I actually haven't met him. He went through Pro Kick, which is what I did in Australia. But no, I actually haven't met Wade.
Okay. How did you get recruited here? How did that process go?
So I was at Tulane the last 2 years. Played 2 seasons there, and then entered the portal in spring. And these guys hit me up, and this seemed like the best option for me. So I was very excited to come here. And I mean, it's pretty special being on practice here and like just the history. So yeah.
Los Angeles is pretty different from Louisiana. How are you liking LA?
Yeah, I love LA. I've been to LA when I was a kid, so a little bit more familiar. When I went to Louisiana, like New Orleans for the first time, that was my first time going there, so it was definitely like a bit of a shock, but I love New Orleans, have so much respect for the city and the people, and yeah, LA is just big and it's crazy and there's so much traffic, but I love it and the weather's great, so yeah.
I mean, full Australian punting room. I don't think that's really happened all that much in college football, so what's it like having a fellow Aussie in the group?
Yeah, I mean, Lenny and I are really, really close, and it's great to have another Australian, I think. You know, there's a lot of things that we talk about from home growing up. He went to Oaks Christian, which is just down the road, so you know he's got a little bit more experience in the high school football with me. But I mean, I love Lenny. He works really hard. He's a great kid. He's got lots of potential, and it's a lot of fun. Like it's a good room, and everyone works hard. And there's a lot of youth, but there's also a lot of guys who've been in college football for a long time, like Cash, and they also had experience with the group. So yeah, but having Lenny's awesome. He's a great kid.
Are there little language differences that you guys have fun with back and forth with some of the Americans, like you call raisins sultanas and things like flavorful versus flavorsome and things like that? Yeah,
sometimes I run into things with Coach Mack. Coach Mack Wayne, special teams coordinator, just about things that like I've maybe said a different way, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But sometimes I have to repeat myself and people go, "What did you just say?" And then it's kind of hard, but going to Lenny's always nice, like being able to be like, "Oh, I said this," and he gets it straight away. So yeah.
Do you say petrol or gas?
Petrol.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think makes Aussies such good punters?
Well, I kind of always give the same analogy to everyone. Like, we grow up the same way as you guys. Like, sports is a big part of our life. Most of your sports are throwing based, but all our sports are pretty much kicking based. You know, you got AFL, rugby league. So a lot of guys play soccer as well. I mean, since as long as I can remember, I've been kicking a ball. So I guess just the experience, it feels natural. And then Pro Kick's obviously a great academy for us to go to, learn a lot of experience from the guys who've been there, as you said, like Waze, who played here, and the NFL guys. So I don't know, it's just natural for us. Like, we just always have a ball in our hand, and I just love kicking and punting. So yeah.
What do you think about Cash's videos?
It's fun. Like, you know, he's a big name. Everyone knows him. It's fun on game days. Like, everyone wants to get a photo with him, and you know, he works hard and he's doing a great job holding, and a lot of respect to him. Yeah, it's fun. But you know, he doesn't let it interfere with the game day. He doesn't let it interfere with any of our work. So I'm very appreciative of that.
Have you been featured in any of his videos?
I think I might have been there in the background, but we haven't done like a video like that together. That's not really my thing, but if he lets me know I'm in one video, then that's cool. So yeah.
For you, is a rugby background, soccer background, how did you get into American football?
I played rugby for a good 12 years, so that's where I learned most of my stuff. And yeah, as I said, like, you guys throw the ball with your parents, uncles, friends, like I was kicking the ball, so that's just where it sort of came in. The love for the game was just when I was a young kid.
What's your favorite AFL team?
I'm actually more of a rugby league guy. If I had an AFL team, probably be the Sydney Swans, but there's a team called the Parramatta Eels that a lot of people don't know about in rugby league, so yeah, that's like my team at home.
Does the climate and everything here remind you of Australia at all?
Yeah, LA weather is very similar. Obviously living in Louisiana, it was hot all the time and much more humid, but I'd say I'm from the Sydney area, so the weather is pretty much identical. It gets a little bit colder at home in the winter, but I mean, it's coming into November and it's beautiful, so yeah, very lucky to be either at home or here.
with all the turnover this season, it feels like special teams have probably been the most consistent. How have you adjusted to everything that's kind of going on with staff changes and all that?
Yeah, obviously, it's the nature of the game now, and a lot of respect to Coach Foss and all the guys who have been here to help out. We just kind of take it 1 week at a time. Mateen, Salem, Cash, myself, and the young guys will have our own process. And we're just kind of reminded to stick to that every week and make sure that we go into the game feeling as good as we can, knowing exactly what we need to execute. We're probably lucky that our room's a little bit smaller, so it allows us to get a little bit closer, and there's probably less distraction. And we definitely have some more established guys. Like Mateen's been playing for a long time, Salem's been playing for a long time. I mean, Cash has been around the game for 6 years now, so we all kind of have our own processes. And then for me personally, helping the young guys out gives me a lot of pride in that, and helps me on game day knowing that I help them and to put myself in the best position to succeed. But honestly, just take it 1 week at a time. We're not looking at the next opponents. I don't even know who we play after Nebraska. So that's the most important thing every week.
You guys have executed 2 fake punts. What's your role in that? How do you sell it to make sure that you don't tip it off that you're not going to be punting?
I won't give away too much, but we just keep it as it is, and things operate as things operate. So that's as far as I'll go on that one.
Is that hard? Do you get a little bit nervous in those situations?
Nah, I'm excited. It's good to see the boys ball out. We got some really great athletes, so especially Cole, letting him do his thing is always exciting. Didn't get the one on Saturday, but who knows what will happen in the future.
Are you good enough to throw a pass on a fake punt if you need to?
We'll see.
I owned it there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You guys have been playing pretty well all season as a linebacking group, but how have things changed, under Coach Coyle for the linebackers?
I wouldn't say much. I would say it was more just a adjusting type of thing. Obviously having to just relearn to learn some stuff. But I would say we've been doing a pretty good job at kind of being able to adapt so fast. I mean, everything happened super quick. So, I wouldn't say too much has changed.
So not too much schematically changes?
No, not really. I mean, it's more verbiage, and you kind of have to just get used to new words.
It seemed like maybe the mindset maybe changed a little bit. It looked like you guys were more of a emphasis on getting upfield, hitting gaps, shooting gaps. Has that been a real thing, or is that just kind of the way it's played out?
I think it was a mixture of both. I think since the start of the season, it was always emphasis we have to get downhill. But I think the defense we're running now just allows us to be a little more confident in that, and it kind of just lets the D-line do what they do and allow us to get a clearer picture, which obviously is going to make us play faster.
With Indiana, were they giving you guys different stuff? Because it seemed like everyone was kind of on their heels just a little bit more in that game. Were they giving you guys different stuff that you hadn't necessarily seen on film before?
Not necessarily. I think they were one of the more simpler play calling offenses that we faced. But I mean, it's more so somebody got out of the gap or there was a missed tackle. It was more stuff like that. But it wasn't like they were giving us something that we hadn't seen before.
With Juju and Scott and Donovan, some younger guys kind of getting into the linebackers room, what have you and John specifically kind of done to help kind of phase them in and get them comfortable in playing in those moments?
I would really say that we've all done a great job at doing it since even when I got here. I think that we're all understanding the roles that we have. I know Juju and Scott, they've been playing a little more on the edge, and we've had Donnie and J9 also do that. And, we're all capable of doing it. So I think that all of us seeing that we can do that, it improves the group, and it makes us just want to go harder for one another.
Coach Skipper said on Monday that, he didn't feel like the team strained enough against Indiana. Where do you feel like the strain wasn't there in Bloomington?
I really just say, we had a lot of missed tackles, and tackling is definitely an intent type of thing, and also angles. But, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that we quit at all. We kept on fighting, but definitely the strain, to do more, like we used to say. But that just wasn't being shown.
What have you guys done to kind of address the tackling issue since you've gotten back out on the field?
I would really just say, when we're out here, trying to thud everything, the more you tackle, the better tackler you're going to be. Even if you feel like this is your teammate, it's going to help you in the long run to be able to tackle during practice. So, yeah.
Both you and John are kind of at the top tackle charts, both in the nation and Big Ten. Where do you think is kind of flip that to say you guys can be so high in those stretches of the season?
I think it was something that we wanted to establish before the season started. Like, it was always something that, everybody wants to be able to do, especially as being a linebacker. But yeah, it was definitely a conversation that we had before the season. Like, after the first game, we were like, okay, we could really do this. Like, let's just keep going. So that's really been a product of that.
Against Maryland, there was that one where you got the deflection right at the line of scrimmage. I'm always curious about this, like not catching that ball. Is that something that just like replays in your mind after a game like that?
It replayed after the play happened. I was like, I really don't understand how I didn't catch the ball. But when I look back at it, like, the ball was really just in my hands. When I was out there, it just looked faster and in slow motion. Like, I blinked.
There were
That's
like
happened.
3 of those in that game, and because Roderick had one earlier in the
Yeah, and then Scooter almost had one on the sideline. It's just like, we just got to
ball had
catch.
grease on it. That day.
Go ahead. Do you see the bye week as kind of an opportunity to really like shake off what happened on Saturday, like more so than a normal week?
Yeah, I definitely feel like every Monday in the season is definitely a day, and to kind of shake off the game that happened. I know Sunday's always, if you win, you lose, you embrace what happened, but definitely the bye week, you can kind of heal your body, because you're not always going to be 100% going into every week, especially being late in the season. But definitely just being able to win the bye week, like, that's an important thing, because the teams that can do it finish the season pretty well.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.